Hey there, I'm going to do a fourth quick lesson on the Hawaiian lap steel or lap steel, but this lesson is going to be about Hawaiian tuning. There's many of them, but this is just one of them. And if you can get a very Hawaiian sound with this tuning. Before the tuning was on the low string, it was D, then G, then D, then G, then B, then D. So it was open G tuning. This tuning is an E6 tuning. So it's going to be E, then B, then E, G sharp, C sharp, and E. So that, and the formula for an E6 chord is E is the root, and then G sharp is the third, B is the fifth, and C sharp is the sixth. And the cool thing about this tuning is that you can kind of, since the top and bottom strings are E's, you can just think of it like a guitar. You can find chords pretty quick. So if you go to the 3rd fret, that's going to be a G6 tuning, or G6 chord. And then if you go to the 5th fret, that's going to be A6, and then B6. At the 7th fret, you go to the 8th fret, you got C6, and then G6, and then all the way at the 12th fret, you're going to have E6 again. So if I just play on like the top 4 strings, start at 3rd fret and go down, or slide into it, go 2nd fret to 3rd fret, I get this sound. Just it totally sounds like Hawaii. I love it. Makes me smile. So there's G6, and I slid up to C6. Okay, and that's at the 8th fret. And then I went 7th fret to 7th fret to 8th fret. So I went B6 to C6, and slid up to F6, which is at the 13th fret. Now, if I want to have a lower voicing, I could take the bottom string and then the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string and get this. And then another thing, so for example, if I want to do that would be basically G6 to C6 to D6 to C6. Now in a diatonic key, in the keys of like say G major, the 1 chord has a 6, the 4 chord and the 5 chord both have 6s. So you don't really even have to worry about theory and things getting in the way. But you can go from any 6 chord. Just jump all around different 6 chords and they just sound really cool together. Now another thing you can do too is if you're playing say D6 up here, and if you go down a whole step and the D is still in the bass, okay, that becomes a D9 there. Okay, so here's G6, and if the bass player stays on G, then that becomes a G9. So you got G6 here, G9 there. So this would be A6 at the 5th fret, and that would be a 9th chord. So a 9th chord would have a dominant 7th, have a little bit more dominant sound. I'm not a Hawaiian lap steel or the slack key. I'm not a slack key player, but at all. You can just kind of find stuff real easily on this tuning. Just find stuff that just sound really cool. So anyway, so that's Hawaiian tuning. That's one Hawaiian tuning, and that's called the E6 tuning. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.